Hey, what's up everybody? Irish Prepper 2A here, and today we are going to be talking about using Ranger beads and the most practical and simplified way to explain it. Because I have seen multiple tutorials out there, and sometimes they're confusing. They leave things out. So I want to break this down to the layman's term. So we're going to be using that set of paracord beads that I made. Remy and I are going to be establishing a base pace step. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm at a regular high school football field. I have the goalpost and I have the opposing goalpost in the distance. Now, when you walk with Ranger beads, they always tell you you're doing it in meters. You know, for every 100 meters, you drop a bead. 200 meters, 300 meters, and so on. Well, you know, for those of us that didn't serve in the military, what the hell is 100 meters? 100 meters is basically 109 yards with some change. So to simplify that, we're going to call it 110 yards. So I am going to establish my baseline, my base walk from goalpost, not to goalpost, to goal line, which is 110 yards. So I'm going to put my beads on my rucksack here. I'll be walking with the dog. And also in the rucksack, I have a 30-pound plate to simulate a bug out bag, you know, a camping pack, whatever, you know, the case might be. You know, I'm not going to be using Ranger beads if I'm just out strolling around, you know, doing basic daily life tasks. So, you're all tangled up, buddy. Come on. So we got our Ranger bead cord set up. I'm going to go to the goal line. I'm going to walk out 110 yards. All right, so walking out and coming back, I averaged about 72 steps. And by 72 steps, I mean every time my left foot touched the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 72 steps every time the off foot hit, which would equal 144 actual steps, 72. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this a couple more times to make sure I have a good average. Don't just do it once. You just do it once, you know, you might have had a good pace. You didn't have a dog interrupting you. You know, there's any number of variables. And this is where self-discipline comes in. You're walking. You're not power rucking. You're not ruck shuffling. You're not at the half step. You are just doing a normal walk that you would do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one more time, out and back, to make sure that I have a good baseline. Come on, Remy. Ready? All right, so I have walked this out and back 4 times. And I'm coming up with an average of 71, 72 opposing steps per minute. I'm sorry, per 100 meters. So that gives me my base average. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark that down in a notebook. My personal pace count for 100 meters is, we're going to call it 72 steps. Now, for some of you, your mileage may vary. I am 5'8". I am in good condition. I'm carrying a 30-pound ruck. So, you know, if you're 5'4" and, you know, you have no ruck, or you're carrying a 60-pound ruck, if you're 6'2" and you're carrying an 80-pound ruck, your mileage may vary. See, this is one of the problems with Ranger beads. You have to figure some of these things out for yourself. It's self-experimentation. So, but for me, 5'8", good condition, with a 30-pound ruck, 72 steps for 100 meters. Now, the thing that always got me with the Ranger beads was meters. I don't understand, you know, meters and everything like that, so I broke that down. So 1 meter is just over 1 yard. It's 1.09 yards. 100 meters is going to be 109.361 yards. Forget the decimal. Let's round it up. We'll call it 110. That's why I did goal post to goal line. 110 yards. Okay? 100 meters, 110 yards. You go 1,000 meters, you're talking 1,093 yards, or get rid of yards at this point. If you're doing 1,000 meters, it's 0.62 miles. So, you know, slightly over half a mile. Now, when you get to the end of your Ranger cord and you've done everything, so you've done 100 meters, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. You reset your beads and you count that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,000. 2,000. And you keep that going all the way until you're up to 4,000 meters. What does 4,000 meters mean? 4,000 meters is 2.5 miles. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to round it up. It's actually 2.48. At that, you know, at that point, I'm gonna let you off the couple hundredths of a mile there. You know, we'll just call it 2.5 miles. So when you've done your Ranger beads up to the 4 mark, you have gone 2.5 miles. Now, this is on, again, one of the other faults of Ranger beads. It's where you're testing it. I'm doing this on a flat high school football field. Your pace count will vary. You know, this is not, you know, these beads aren't written in stone. It's just a guideline, if you will. Because, you know, your pace count could differ when you're out in the woods, you're navigating obstacles, you have to cross a creek, you're going downhill, you're going uphill, you're navigating rocky terrain. Anything like that is going to affect your pace count and your stride, and it's going to make this not, you know, the most reliable thing in the world. However, it is some form of baseline to give you an idea. Now, when you are out trekking and walking around, there's, you know, a million things going through your mind. You have stimulus all over the place. You know, animals are going around, you know, running from you. You have wind and weather conditions all things like that, are you really actually counting your steps? Chances are you probably aren't, but if you're just out, getting an idea for orienteering, doing some practice, navigational uh, drills and whatnot, you can use something like this to help gauge and get a guideline of how far you're actually moving. So, are they a perfect system? No, but they're an asset, an assistance, if you will. So again, every 100 meters, you drop a bottom bead. When you get to the ninth, that last 1,000, you're going to drop the top one. Push these up, start again. Let me reiterate one more time. 100 meters equals 110 yards. 1,000 meters equals 0.62 miles. 4,000 meters is 2.5 miles. So for those of us that didn't understand the meter thing up until now, thank you and you're welcome. And Remy and I are just going to finish our walk. I think the rest of the day will be focused on him. He needs to get out and get the stink blowed off him. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Irish Pepper 2A and Remy, we're going to sign off. I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope this video helps a little bit. You all stay safe, and we'll see you next time.